Welcome to Movies We Love. Today we will look at a sci-fi thriller comedy entitled Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. Spoilers ahead. Before we start, hit the like button. It's free and will help me to grow this channel. During Christmas 1955, a young Hellboy is told a bedtime story by his adoptive father, Dr. Broom. Of an ancient war between human and magical creatures. After the magical creatures are driven back by the humans, the goblin blacksmiths extend an offer to Balor, king of the elves, to build him an indestructible golden mechanical army. Encouraged by his son Prince Nuada, Balor accepts. The Golden Army can only be commanded by the one wearing the magic golden crown. The mechanical army subsequently decimates humanity. Regretting his actions, Balor forms a truce with the humans that they will keep to the cities and the magical creatures to the forests. As a peace offering, Balor shattered his crown and gave one piece to the humans, still keeping two for himself. One of the few who did not agree with the truce was Balor's son, Prince Nuada. The prince went into exile, vowing to return when his people needed him. In the present day, we see Prince Nuada practicing swordsmanship and ready to return from exile. He is joined by the monster known as Mr. Wink, who follows his commands. A prestigious auction house is selling off several rare artifacts, including the human's fragment of the Golden Crown. Nuada arrives, takes the crown fragment, and dispatches a horde of mysterious creatures to dispose of the humans. Hellboy's team is called to investigate the incident. At the auction house, Hellboy and the others learn that there are no survivors. Abe searches through the texts to find what might have caused such an attack. He finds boxes marked with a royal seal and uncovers an example of what the boxes might have contained. Small, winged creatures known as tooth fairies because they feed on calcium. Hellboy and his fellow agents are suddenly swarmed by the ravenous tooth fairies. Liz activates her fire powers to incinerate the creatures. The resulting battle sends Hellboy flying out a window and in full view of news reporters. The BPRD is officially exposed to the world. Meanwhile, Prince Nuada and Mr. Wink come to speak with King Balor. The king is content to let the truce between humans stand, and his daughter, Nuala, Nuada's twin sister, is in agreement. But Prince Nuada feels that humans are insatiably greedy and will soon force the mystical creatures into extinction. Balor and Nuada continue their argument. Nuada refuses to back down. He will do whatever is necessary to make the magical world safe from humans. Nuada kills his father and takes the second piece of the crown. Nuala flees from her brother with the third and final piece. Everyone at BPRD is awaiting the arrival of their new agent, Johann Kraus. Kraus turns out to be a very strange entity, a containment suit proportioned like a man, holding pure ectoplasmic energy. Kraus inspects the remains of one tooth fairy. Johann realizes that the creature came from the legendary Troll Market, a gathering place for magical creatures. Rumors suggest that the Troll Market might be located under the Brooklyn Bridge, so Kraus takes the team to search for it. Johann Kraus outfits the team with special time dilation glasses that allow them to see through illusions put out by magical entities. They end up spotting a creature called a Fragglewump, who leads them right to the door of the Troll Market. Upon entering, Hellboy is delighted. He can walk among the market's creatures and not feel like an outsider. Abe spots a hooded figure walking away and wearing the same sort of royal seal he found with the Tooth Fairies, so he goes to investigate on his own. The figure is Princess Nuala, who arrives at the market's library to receive a cylinder hidden by her father. Abe follows her in and she confronts him. Nuala is revealed to have the same sort of psychic powers as Abe. They both learn about one another through hand gestures. At that moment, Mr. Wink comes in and attacks Nuala. Abe encourages her to flee. Hellboy arrives and fights Wink. After an intense fight, Hellboy proves victorious. They speak with Princess Nuala, who explains that she has the last piece of her father's crown and the cylinder from the library, which contains a map to the location of the Golden Army. Prince Nuada arrives soon after, furious at the loss of his companion, Mr. Wink. He releases a small seed, which Hellboy scoffs at. It suddenly and rapidly grows into a multi-tentacled creature, a forest elemental. Upon seeing the gigantic creature, Hellboy trades in his trademark Samaritan pistol for a gigantic 6-barreled minigun, nicknamed Big Baby. During the fight with the elemental, Hellboy saves a human infant from certain doom. Hellboy is eventually successful, dispatching the gigantic creature. Prince Nuada breaks into the BPRD, steals the map to the Golden Army, and abducts Princess Nuala. He leaves a psychic message to Abe stating that if they bring the third crown piece to the army's location, he will spare their lives and release Nuala. Prince Nuada and Hellboy battle. Nuada finishes by stabbing Hellboy with an enchanted spear. Despite the best medical efforts, the spearhead cannot be removed from Hellboy's chest. Any attempt to pull it out forces the spearhead to move closer to Hellboy's heart. Analyzing the remains of King Balor's map tells the BPRD team that the Golden Army is located in Northern Ireland. In Ireland, the group encounters a goblin who offers to lead them to the Golden Army for something shiny. The goblin spots the spearhead shining beneath Hellboy's bandages and offers to help remove it if they give him the spearhead as payment. The goblin brings them before a mysterious winged creature. It is the Angel of Death. The angel knows Liz and Hellboy, calling him by his true name, Anung Unrama. The angel cares not whether Hellboy lives or dies, but Liz begs for Hellboy to live. Despite the angel's warnings that Hellboy's survival will eventually bring about the destruction of Earth, Liz still asks for Hellboy to live. The angel removes the spearhead and instructs Liz to give Hellboy a quote-unquote reason to live. Liz kneels down and tells Hellboy that he is about to be a father. Hellboy stands up, fully recovered but awestruck upon hearing Liz's news. Their goblin guide leads the group to the central chamber of the Golden Army, where Prince Nuada waits for his hostage. Abe gives Nuada the last crown piece in hope of freeing Nuala. But the prince betrays them and awakens the Golden Army. Despite a valiant effort by Hellboy and the others, the 4,900 golden soldiers appear unstoppable. Hellboy then comes up with an idea. He challenges Prince Nuada for the right to command the army. Nuada asserts that Hellboy is not royalty, but Nuala declares that Hellboy is born of royal blood. He is Anung Onrama, the son of the Fallen One, and thus the challenge must be answered. Hellboy fights against the prince across the entire chamber. At one point finally gaining the upper hand, but he refuses to take the prince's life. Nuada prepares to stab Hellboy in the back, but suddenly collapses from the pain in his chest. Nuala is revealed to have stabbed herself in the heart in a final attempt to stop her brother. Nuada and Nuala both turn to stone. With Nuada dead, Hellboy is considered the winner of the challenge by default. Liz takes it from him and melts it, sending the Golden Army back into hibernation forever. Hellboy suggests that he and Liz get a place of their own to raise the new baby. Liz stops him and says, "Babies," holding up 2 fingers, a sign that she is carrying twins. Hellboy can only look on in shock and wonder. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more movies like this, hit the like and subscribe button to be notified when I upload a new video. Leave a comment below. Tell me which movies you would like me to recap in the future.